Good to see you. Good to see you, folks. Yep, today, kind of not my scheduled time, but still. As you probably remember, this week we didn't have a stream at Wednesday, my usual stream time, because I was away. I was in Estonia, was kind of had some rest and everything. Yeah. So yeah, today I'm back and I decided to make a stream because I actually got a few boards from one local repair shop, which I want to check as soon as possible. And actually I brought a few things from Estonia because, you know, I couldn't just visit the neighbor country without checking the local Facebook marketplace. So few potential boards for future streams, 1080 Ti and 2060, 2070, I can't remember actually. So anyway, for future streams, tomorrow I'll probably make another stream because yeah, I also got a few PlayStations for full repair also, which I would like to check as soon as possible. So yeah, other than that, let's probably jump straight into it. I have to watch a little bit in the background. I have guests with my house. Yeah, feel free, James. Feel free to look around. And, oof, damn it. I cut my finger today, but I hope it won't distract me from fixing GPUs. Chill and relax, Mr. Mick. Hey, what's up? Tiafane, hello. Yeah, a little bit of coffee to start the day. Let's yeah, this cut is not as comfortable, but yeah, anyway, I want to grab a new pair of gloves because my current pair basically just died. But yeah, anyway, few pretty powerful GPUs today to check, to look into. One of them, as far as I know, well, both of them were cleaned, I don't know, using air compressor, whatever else. I think that this one had new paste, new pads or something like that. And both of them, after cleaning, stopped working, kind of. This, I think, I was told that this one has artifacts. This is not giving any picture. So yeah, let's check them. And yeah, by the way, I have a new camera for, oh, this is not a new glove for sure. I have to try and find another one. But yeah, anyway, I have a new face cam. Still, I don't know how can I open this thing? Where it starts, where it ends. I don't know. So I had a chance actually to grab a pretty good camera, which I put into my microscope, on top of my microscope as a microscope camera. I had before this GH4, which is currently serves as my face cam. This is a GH5, so 4K 60 FPS. I still do not have good enough capture cards for 4K 60 FPS. I'm trying to find something suitable, but anyway, finally I have a good 4K 60 FPS camera. Mike, hey, what's up? So potentially in future I'll be able to fully switch to 60 FPS, but yeah, first I need to find out how to get a better internet connection. With my current providers, I won't be able to stream in 4K 60 because of my upstream, which is not as good on 5G. So yeah, I'll try to settle these things later, but for now, I hope the angle is okay. I hope the quality is okay. Colors and everything. I'll play around with color temperature and everything a little bit later. I teach some preliminary, setup. Yeah, let's probably start with 3090 with a big guy. Oh yeah, for tomorrow I have a pretty interesting console. Damn. So I forgot how to use my screwdriver as well. We had some rest in Estonia, kind of vacation, kind of work trip, and, some aqua parks with my kid. A lot of fun. It was cool. It was cool. I'm not sure I actually hear anything. What's up? That's weird. Give me a second. I'll double check my earpiece. Something feels off. Connected. Looks good. I'll maybe try to reconnect. I don't feel comfortable without my earpiece. So give me a sec. Device connected. Okay. Yeah, now I hear the music. Feels better. You're not the only one with ISP issues. I got 0.2 megabits down last night. Oh, 0.2 megabits downstream. Yeah, that's a pain. That's a pain. I feel you. So, I am not actually sure I want to disassemble it straight away because, as I mentioned, this board has artifacts or something like that. So maybe you could throw it into the test bench and see what kind of artifacts it has, and then we could move from there. Because for now, if it's memory issues, then we should probably run some mods, whatever, find the bad chip, or maybe it could be related to something else. Anyway, come on, I cannot find, oh yeah, I found a place for the cable. Okay, so where's my keyboard? Keyboard. Power up. Yep, I think I have currently the external GPU set up in BIOS. Let's see if we have a picture. VRAM issues is my bad. Okay, let's see. At least we have a picture. I don't know, we could boot into Windows, or we could run Mets, for example. Yeah, on this image, Mets runs automatically. Let's see. Let's see. But yeah, the focal length of this lens is a little bit different. By the way, I actually got this camera with a lens, but it also, let me show you. It's also not working. Like when you connect the lens, camera just cannot detect it. Like it says something is wrong. I was told that it should be reflashed with with a new firmware or with any firmware, because there was an attempt to update the lens, the software in the lens, and the attempt has failed, and yeah, since then it's just not working. But the lens itself is pretty good, 12 to 100 image stabilization and everything. So maybe I don't know, maybe potentially I could try to reflash it, repair it, or anything else. But let's see. Yeah, actually, I also only own the Sony cameras. This overhead camera is a Sony, like my previous facecam Sony. Yeah, my previous soldering station camera was also Sony. Right now it's just it was the first Panasonic, just because I got it for pretty cheap 4K camera, and now another Panasonic GH5. 4K60. Anyway, we can see that maths has passed. Should we check Windows? Should we run some stress tests? I don't know. Maybe you could set a bigger amount of, well, it won't make a difference. Okay, let's boot the Windows and let's see if we can run some stress tests. Maybe if all the stress tests will be okay, not all, but at least I want to run full mark, I want to run superposition. If everything will be good there, then I could potentially run mods. 94, I think, was the test for frame buffer, like more thorough comparing to maths. Green stripes incoming. Who knows? Yeah, I should take off my glove. But yeah, about the trip, it was pretty fun. I like driving. I like driving some long distances. Well, not that long, for 3,500 kilometers from Riga, Tallinn, the capital of Estonia. Yeah, pretty nice city. I like generally Estonia. What car do you own? I own Tesla Model 3 Performance. Yeah, for 4 years already. 3 probably, yeah. Yeah, because I have solar system, I can, you know, charge it for free when there is sun outside. So yeah, pretty cool. I like electric vehicles. So let's see. Driver, please. Can we get driver? It's still in process. But yeah, actually, one day my kid spent more than 5 hours in aquapark, and like she really likes aquaparks. In every single country we visit, she goes to some aquapark to test it out. Серега, привет! Спасибо. Надеюсь, что получится все удачно. Кофе вкусный. Oh, okay, so we can already see that something is definitely wrong here. And it's actually stuck. It's not reacting to either escape, Alt Tab, Control Alt Del. Oof! Yeah, pretty scary. No reaction for keyboard, for input. Green stuff. It's not some partial blocks, you know. I don't like it, to be honest. Okay, let's maybe reboot. Let's run some mods because you could see that maths was okay. We could actually try running MDMT as well. And yeah, oh yeah, by the way, that camera, which is currently a microscope camera, new GH5, it had one interesting issue, like when the battery is full, it's not working. Probably that's because it was much cheaper than they usually are. So when the battery is full, it's not working. When the battery is below like 70%, something like that, works completely fine with everything, with all the features and everything, so as it should. So yeah, interesting. Leonid, hey, what's up? Good to see all the people. So yeah, interesting thing. I don't know if I even gonna try fixing that, because it will work anyway with power supply. By the way, with Panasonic power supply, it's also not working because it emulates like the full battery. So I was using initially I was using this kind of thing, like the battery, which I just took off the battery cells from it, and I used a step-down controller to go from 12 volts to 7.5, something like that. Yeah, it works fine. So yeah, a lot of interesting stuff. Cool. So again, maths, no errors from maths. Overheating. That could be a thing. But still, we've rebooted the computer and we got a clean picture, despite it was more or less probably more or less warm. Okay, let's run the mods. 055, 127. Test 94 for frame buffer A. Test 94. Mets info. I'll probably make sure that we have a full speed for memory. RAM. What? CLK percent, 100%. Let's leave fans without adjustment, probably, just to make sure that even if it's related to the heat, we could see that. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's run the full cycle. For the first time, we could, of course, run in loops, but let's just run it. Let's make sure that it passes or doesn't. For now looks good. Okay, I'm not sure how long it takes, this test. Should I show you right now, by the way, that PlayStation 4 for tomorrow? Because I expect that today we will spend some time with GPUs. By the way, I have a 6700 from previous streams. BTech YouTuber sent me a proper firmware, proper straps for this PVM controller. If you remember, we were trying to understand what's wrong. We reflashed the PVM controller, reflashed, we replaced one MOSFET. And yeah, we couldn't find a proper firmware for this PVM controller. We tried it from another board with some adjustments for this PVM configuration. And yeah, one MOSFET was constantly dying. So yeah, BTech YouTuber sent me exactly firmware from exactly this board, MSI board. So yeah, we should try also to flash this PVM controller to see if it helps. So a lot of stuff for today. I'm not even sure that we will get there, but let me show you that PlayStation 5 for repair. Is it a Pro or I'm not sure. So just look at this. Just look at this. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't told what happened there. Was it a football soccer game using a console, or someone just threw it out of the window? But yeah, funny thing. But that's for tomorrow, definitely. I also have a PS4 as well to check. A lot of stuff. So I'll definitely make another stream tomorrow. Maybe some additional stream, we'll see. Anyway, for now, test is still working. Let's wait until it finishes. Liquid metal everywhere in my boot. Yeah, I know. They even didn't try to power it on after it happened, so I don't know. Maybe it works, maybe it just works. We should replace the fan. Do I have a fan for this version, for Slim? I'm gonna check. Not sure, but yeah. Anyway, what should you do to the console to get that result? By the way, I've heard recently that some YouTuber made a video on PlayStation 5's liquid metal, that earlier version of EDM010 boards, like they are affected with an issue where liquid metal damages the heatsink. Like, and the only way to fix it is to replace. Like, it seems that heatsink is either copper or something like that, and yeah, liquid metal just destroys the heatsink. Interesting. But yeah, for now we see that, I don't know, works. Let's wait until it finishes. We could check the logs. I'm not sure we're gonna see something there, but it's interesting. Because in Windows, the driver was installed successfully, and after a few seconds, we've seen that green screen with artifacts, with everything. Yeah, rearranged the windows, my monitor, so I'm kind of looking in different spots right now. Probably, yeah, not the usual angle for me, but yeah, I'm gonna get used to it, hopefully. Okay, so where we are at, I cannot remember actually what time it takes for test 94 to complete. 1-2 minutes more probably. So far so good. Different frequencies, different clocks, different power states. I wanted to make kind of unboxing today as well, but probably I'll leave it for tomorrow. I got a few hopefully good thingies. So yeah, small unboxing tomorrow. I'd read the log. Yeah, we oh. Okay. Yeah, we should definitely check the log. Hopefully we'll see something there. Will it react for Control-C, escape? Nothing works. Yeah, the same thing. Control-Delete also not working. Okay. Oh, something happened. Reboot, hopefully. Reboot. Yeah, I think. Okay, good. Let's read the log. Let's see what's in the log. If my file system didn't went read-only mode, hopefully, sometimes it happens. So it was 455 127. A nano mods log. Okay, let's see. So yeah, that's our run, our command. Okay. For some time it was working. Here it crashed. Status no memory. Really? Out of memory? But no hints at all what kind of actual issue could it be. RTOS has crashed. These are not physical addresses, so they can be mapped. What else? A bunch of probably useless stuff. NVRM generic Falcon error 539. What was that? We could actually try NVMT, maybe just as an additional check. Control X. Do I have NVMT here? And this image? No. let me check on my USB drive. I probably should have it somewhere. SD1. Typing with my gloves on is tricky. What? Yeah, nice. USB. I think I had mods something. 3000, okay. NVMT, cool. Let's remove the previous NVMT log to be sure that we'll generate the correct one. So NVMT TS log file. Let's check the NVMT log. So more than one attempt for C1 chip, which is not okay. Min max values are not very good. Few training attempts, so C1 is kind of sus to me. Yeah, C1 is kind of sus. E0 kind of sus. What else? Clock lines are okay, it seems. What else? Read training. Where is our C1? Yeah, C1 is definitely sus. Few attempts for read training as well. E0 was also sus. Okay, also kind of sus for read training. What else? Write training. Let's see. Yeah, C1 sus again. Few attempts. Not good. E0, by the way, for write tests. Write training is okay. Okay, so I think we should disassemble the board, because as far as I know, the only thing which was done to this board is it was cleaned. I don't know, replace the pads, replace the paste, cleaned using compressed air, whatever. So yeah, let's disassemble the board. Let's see what's inside. Cold solder joints on the core. Well, yeah, the cooling system is pretty heavy on this board, so it's a pretty typical thing to have some issues with BGA soldering. Usually it's these lower memory chips and the lower side of GPU of the core, near the corner, this corner usually. But yeah, potentially we should do a reball. Let's see where the C1 chip is located on this board. Should I unscrew these two screws? Yes, I should. I don't know. Yeah, these iChill GPUs by Inno3D with 4 coolers. Kind of funny thing, like they have this small cooler here. Before it was only used for VRM on older boards on 1080, 1080 Ti. On these boards, I'm not sure. I've never seen 3090 by Inno3D before. I think on the front, yeah, on the front side as well. Few screws, IO shield. Okay. Some black cover. What kind of thing it is? Okay, let's try to remove the heatsink. Yay, cool. Was it even cleaned? At least by the smell, it seems fresh Arctic paste, Annex 4 or 6 or Duranout, like they have the same smell. Okay, let's see. I cannot say that it looks fresh. No. I suppose neither pads nor the paste were replaced. Probably just was cleaned using the compressed air. Okay, so let's see. Should we remove all the pads because it's a trash? It's a trash here. Like my Astral 1590. Oof, 1590. Some money, some big money in chat. Yeah, 1590 is a beast. What is the thickness for this thing? Well, yeah, the pads are definitely cooked, should be replaced anyway. They are just, I don't know. They just disintegrate right in my hands. Okay, anyway, C1, where is, oops, give me a sec. 4 grand, yeah. Not a cheap thing, right? A1, A0, B1, B0, C1, so that's our suspicious guy, C1, C0, D1, D0, E1, E0, and also E0 is kind of suspicious. Let me remove this bracket. Again, a lot of different screws, different sizes, different shapes. I really hope I'll be able to assemble this thing back after we finish. Because, yeah, with different screws, it's tricky. So, yeah, the thermal pad is garbage. Wait, let me check. Yeah, you see they have these this bracket for memory chips, because without the bracket, the usual thickness for thermal pads is 2 millimeters for NVIDIA GPUs. Where when the heatsink for the core and the memory are on the same level. In this case, we have the bracket, like Gigabyte likes to do in their GPUs, their boards. So yeah, the thickness for these pads is something like 0.75 maybe. I don't think these are 0.5. A little bit thick for 0.5, but yeah, 0.75 probably is the correct thickness. Anyway, everything is dry. I don't know. What should I use to remove these pads? Just a Q-tip? Should it be easier? I think, yeah, it's easier. So what I want to do is I want to have a full visual inspection, because when you clean the board using compressed air, especially if well, it wasn't disassembled, but yeah, when people try to disassemble the board without skills or knowledge, corresponding experience, yeah, a lot of times I've seen some funny damage, some knocked components, and anything like that. So we definitely should check the board visually to ensure there is no node components. So yeah, let's mark this E0, which is kind of sus. And also C1 is also sus. It's a trash. Yeah, I definitely don't like these pads from Inno3D. Total garbage. Okay, so C1. Where is our C1? I think this was the C1 chip. Okay. Let's remove all the other pads. So let's remove the backplate, and then we could do a proper visual inspection. Hello, hello, Repo. Hey, what's up? How are you? Good to see you. What is this on the core? Well, whatever. We don't care. Let's just remove these pads, or what's left of them. Ooh. Okay, I'll get it later. So, we're almost done. We're almost done. I mean, these pads between the chips, come on. Yeah. Okay, more or less clean. We should also remove the pads from this VRM. MOSFETs. Like this. Ooh, cool. Okay, now let's clean the core. Maybe it's correct. Maybe it's not. Feels good. Feels okay. Okay, in kerosene, brush, blush. Yeah. It's actually a lot of cleaning anyway after that, but yeah, first let's understand what's wrong with this guy. So our two suspicious chips are clean. Let's remove the backplate. Let's see under the microscope. How is it going? If it's okay, oh, some kind of traces of liquid damage, potentially. Funny thing. Okay. Russ, hey, what's up? Good to see you. Комар, привет! Рад видеть всех. How are you, Russ? Here, your rework station, BGA station, is nuts. That's a thing. More screws? Where? Or are these just thermal pads from the backside? Is the clamshell board? Two-sided memory? Oh yeah. Two-sided memory. I hate clamshell boards, I'll be honest. Damn, I cannot remove the backplate, come on. The thermal pads are too sticky, I can't remove it. Still at work, wow. It's almost 9 p.m. for me, already, but you're still at work. By the way, what's the time for you? I'm not sure about your... I cannot take it off. Oh my gosh. I'm really afraid to damage the board, because when you apply too much pressure, maybe I could push here somehow. I'm really afraid to damage the board, to bend it too much, to get it damaged. Damn. 9 a.m. Oof. Morning. Just the beginning of the day. That's good. Oh, I feel we're almost there. Yep. Oof. Come on. Really? Are you serious? Oh, no. Now I see. Because initially I noticed the film and I thought that they just put the thermal pads right on the film, like it's useless. But yeah, there are some spaces, some windows in the film to touch the heatsink itself. Whew. Yeah, actually these pads look like Gigabyte pads, just thinner. Okay, so this pad is gone. This pad is gone. This piece. Oh, they actually added the additional thermal pad for VRM as well, for the backplate. That's cool. Not always they actually do that. That's good. Yeah, the cooling system actually for this Inno3D board, pretty good. But damn, these pads are mass. They cannot be removed. Come on, they just... they're destroyed. Whatever. Whatever. Oof. Now it's clean. Okay. My entire workbench is covered with some dust and garbage. Let's jump on that microscope. Let's see what could be wrong with this guy. Maybe it has some knocked components. Anything else? Let's see. Oh, wait, what? Please? Oof, camera. Heat is your friend. Yeah, well, actually, heat is my friend when we have a phase change material on the core, but with thermal pads, I cannot say that heat helps a lot. Probably not as much. Okay, so let's see. I actually want to check if there are some traces of liquid damage, because as I mentioned, you can see that something was definitely spilled on this board. But other than these two places, looks clean for now. Yeah, a little bit here as well. Oh, really? Oh, that's what I actually was talking about, guys. Like, at least two components, one knocked component, one component is kind of shorted to the MOSFET. Do we have focus? Yeah, we do. So that could definitely be the reason for having some issues with some states, some power states, or I don't know, but whatever. We should start with fixing this place. We should restore this, what should be here? Resistor probably, because it's connected. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, we will check the board view. Let's check the other phases. Let's see. No, looks good for other phases. What's wrong with my focus today? Come on. Is it just a dust? I think it's just dust, right? Some dirt. Yeah, probably nothing bad on this side. But yeah, this place is something we should look into. What's on the other side? Liquid damage or anything else? Let's see. Focus. Yeah. No, I don't think we have liquid damage here. Looks clean, looks good. Some silicone from thermal pad. It's okay. A lot of silicone. These are expected. That's okay. That's fine. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, usually you want to check near the edges of the board. Yeah, and everything else looks more or less okay. I don't see any major issues. Okay, so let's get back to this place. Oh yeah, you can see actually by this other phase, for example, we have some kind of resistor here in this place, in this place. So it definitely should be the same kind of resistor here as well. So it was knocked. I'm gonna measure this resistor to understand what should we use. This capacitor should go back in its place. And yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's enough to revive this baby. Okay, I want to. I don't even want to grab my hot mat for two small components. I just want to clean the mess because I don't like working on the dirty silicone mat. Like when my workbench is clean, my workplace should be clean. So customer did take it apart. Well, I was told that it was clean, like maybe some thermal components were replaced, like thermal pads or thermal paste. But as you could see, thermal pads are definitely the factory ones, or I don't know. They don't look like some fresh pads which recently were put onto this board. The paste also, the footprint doesn't look like it's fresh. Some empty areas, some pump out effect already. I don't think it was taken apart recently. Ooh, what happened?
Hey chat, hi Forta, how is it going? Smile.
Hello, 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 Psyhenge, good to see you. It's going well, as I said before, on this Wednesday. Oh, yeah, by the way, I just wanted to show the footprint for the core. You see, it's not. I cannot say it's fresh. It's definitely not fresh. Some pump out on this corner, for example. You can see that some paste was already pumped out. So yeah, it's definitely not fresh. But yeah, today I returned from Estonia. A lot of good impressions, you know. It was cool. It was good. Well, not vacation. It was kind of work trip, but still, it was a lot of fun with my family. We went together. But thanks for your tip. Thanks for your support. Okay, let's jump back to the microscope. Let's move the resistor. Let's see what is the correct value. Focus, focus, focus. Yay, nice. Do I have focus? Yep, we do. Cool. I'm gonna rotate the board. Let me adjust everything for comfortable work. Yay, cool. Okay, so looks like a year old. I think it's a little bit less if that's Arctic paste, which I suspect because of smell. They usually don't leave for a year on 3090 at least. This is a 3090. According to my previous tests for different thermal pastes, half a year maximum, I think. Okay, let's move the resistor, for example, for this phase. Yeah, pretty tricky to get there. Tight space. I'm gonna use hot tweezers. Give me a second. I'll plug them in. Tweezers. Where's the connector is? Yep, here it is. Okay, nice. Temperature. I'm gonna use 400 probably because VRM area is pretty stubborn. It's not as easy to take the components off. I want to add a little bit of leaded solder to mix with lead-free with the factory solder for smoother experience. Cool. Yes, I like it. Okay. Now let's move the resistor. Let's measure what the value is, so we could find a replacement. Let me clean the tip. Okay, now it's clean. Oops. Stop. Just rotate. Okay. I'm gonna leave it like this. I'll clean the area. Then I'm gonna measure the resistance so we could know what is missing. Good here. Those ones from Estonia. Good luck. We'll listen on the background while working in garage. Yep. These are actually not the two ones from Estonia. I've shown at the beginning of the stream few boards from Estonia, like few trophies, you know. But these two are customer boards. This is 3090, and there's also another board, 3080. Most probably we won't be able to touch other boards today, but yeah, these two is something I would like to deal with today. Well, as soon as possible. Let's see. Let's measure this resistor. What is it? What is it? Oops. Oh, that's a 0 ohm resistor. Okay. Okay, not a problem. Not a problem. I have a lot of them laying around. Let's put this guy back. Let's add some flux. Let's put it back in its place. Good. Yeah, a little bit of scratch. I scratched the paint, but that's not a problem. Now, let me find a 0 ohm resistor here. Cool. Let's add some flux. Let's thin the pads. Let's prepare the pads for some hair on my tweezers. I don't like hairs on tweezers. Let's prepare the pads. Let's add some leaded solder. 1, 2, okay, nice. Let's put the resistor to its place. Okay, it's done, and now the capacitor. I want to remove it first because I see it's kinda flaky. I want to check the trace, if the trace is good. Let's leave it here. Okay, so now the trace. Is it damaged? Is it okay? Let's clean the area with flux cleaner. I want to see a clean PCB, clean traces, to understand if everything is good there, no damage, nothing ripped off, hopefully. Yeah, I can already see that the traces are okay, it seems. Yeah, the traces are okay. Looks good. Focus? Yeah, we have focus. Okay, let's put the capacitor back in its place, and hopefully it will be it. I don't know. I don't know. Stop, 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 stop. Okay, 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 okay. I'll use it like this. Just a little bit, like this. What is this? Some damage. What is this? Could it be a piece of, I don't know, resistor which was there before? Because something feels off. Let me remove it again. Let me clean the cap. I cannot understand what are these pieces of something. Oh, yep. You can see that. Oof. Yeah, should be replaced for sure. I don't like it. Let me clean. Let me show you. But probably you could already see that the cap is not feeling well. Let's clean it more. Another tweezers. Yeah, so you can see that on this side, both pads are gone. On this side as well. So yeah, the cap is damaged. I'm not sure if we'll be able to measure it. We could measure another one, for example, this one. It's the same, right? Yeah, but the same. Okay, yeah, let's move this cap in the same way as we did with the resistor. Let's measure it. I expect to see something like 0.1 microfarad. Come on. Yep, it's moving. Okay, let's leave it like this. Let's clean it a little bit. I want to add some leaded solder. Probably I should use the hot mat, because even with 400 on my hot tweezers, it struggles to tin it reliably. Well, maybe it's okay actually. Maybe it's okay. Okay. Anyway. Let's see. Hey! Hey guys. Hello, hello. Good to see you. How are you? We're trying... Oh, by the way, as always, rookie streamer, come on. Oh, by the way, sorry, Siedan War. Hello. I've seen you waving, but yeah, sorry I didn't said hi. So, of course, change the title as always. This is Inno3D RTX 1390. I don't know what's wrong with it actually, because the only thing we could see is a bad mods test and some PCB damage. Hopefully this damage is the reason. Let's measure the cap. As I said, I expect to see something like 0.1 microfarad, like 100 nanofarads. Oh, that's actually 1 microfarad. Okay, 1 microfarad. I should have them as well. Yeah, found it. Found it. I can't see anything now. I'll try to grab like this. Yep, same size. Okay, cool. Yeah, I have them like because, as I mentioned before, I'm working on rebuilding the mining boards to 6700 Radeons. So yeah, I have a lot of these components prepared for these rebuilds under my hand. So, okay, let's put this cap back to its place. Let's put a new one. Here it is. Yeah, let's start with this one. Do not forget about it, you know. Not leave it like this. I want to tin a little bit, add some solder to the pads, please. Yep. Okay, looks good. Now let's put the cap in its place. Good. Now let's put this one back as well. We're gonna add some flux. Okay. Wait, stop. Don't move. Like this, right? Yep, nice. Nice and clean. Okay, let's clean the area. Flux cleaner, our best friend. Damn, I should have removed all these leftovers from thermal pads because you can see under chips some flake or whatever. What are these? Small bowls? Some small pieces of these thermal pads. Yeah, let me remove at least from this MOSFET, otherwise it will be a mess. Cool. Let me finish cleaning up the area. Are we good? A bit more. And yeah, after that, we're gonna jump straight to testing the board again. Hopefully it will pass. It will be able to pass the mods 94, which was failing before. What is this? Oh yeah, some piece of thermal pad or previous cap maybe. Okay, looks clean. Looks clean. That's what I wanted to see. This bad cap. Let me bin it. Good. Let's try this guy. Riser. I need my riser. Oh, yeah, here it is. Nice. Is it possible to solder the solder memory BGAs without hot table using hot air only? Well, technically it's possible to desolder at least, but because GPUs are really, they have a really huge thermal mass, the PCB like soaks in the heat insanely. So if you try to solder a new chip without the preheater, without preheating the board properly, most probably you're gonna get a bad solder, which will fail over time, because it will be a cold joint, basically, from the board side at least. So yeah, at least get this kind of hot mat for phones, for tablets. Usually they are used by phone techs to remove the screens. 130. The temperature is pretty much enough if you preheat the board at least to, I don't know, 70 degrees with that hot mat. Should be more or less enough to get a better quality solder. For memory. For core, it still won't be enough. For core, it's only with preheater. Anyway. Okay, so it's plugged in. Everything is connected. Where's the keyboard? Where the cooler is. Let's put a cooler. Let's put heatsink. Let's add some thermal paste. Well, should be enough, right? It will be squeezed anyway, whatever. Красота. Надеюсь, что все получится, комар. Посмотрим. Let's spread the paste. Yeah, should be enough. Should be enough. Let's try. Let's connect. Oh, by the way, I got, if you remember, before I couldn't show you the DisplayPort picture. Now I got this kind of adapter, HDMI to DisplayPort. Now I can connect my HDMI cable with the adapter to DisplayPort, and you can see the image from the capture card. Because I don't have a capture card for DisplayPort, but with this kind of adapter, now we can test DisplayPorts as well when it's necessary. Okay, let's try. Everything is connected. Yeah, I hope everything will be good. It's a mess with thermal pads. Gosh. We have picture. I can't believe. Жало, паяльника. Да, 210-я ручка, это горячий пинцет, как он там назывался, Secure HT140. Да, 210 жало, и S, или J. В общем-то, да. Штука хорошая для каких-то таких работ в труднодоступных местах. Помогает. Have you tested the adapter yet? Yep, it works. I've already did some preliminary testing, and yeah, it works. I can capture the picture from DisplayPort with my capture card pretty well. So before we were running test 94, which is a frame buffer test from NVIDIA mods suite. Let's run it again. Probably we could, well, yeah, anyway. Mods, GPU paste, test 94. Кстати, да, название этих картриджей это Magma, по-моему. Довольно неплохие картриджи. Покажу, если осталась коробка. Вот такие вот. Две штуки. Okay. Test 94, Mats info. Well, I think let's use the same command as before, just to make sure that we are on the same page. Percent 100. Yeah. Oof. Stop. Something. Now let's wait for a few minutes for the full cycle. At some point, what? Oh, yeah, of course, PCI Express bus error, because we are connected through the riser. There was a command, there was an argument actually to skip, what was the argument? To skip full initialization for all the 16 lanes, because we now only have one. But I can't remember from the top of my head. Skip backs init, maybe? Skip backs init. No. I can't remember. I don't want to. I actually need that flex cable full 16 lanes as a extender for PCI Express slot. I really want to get this thing. Maybe some of you guys in chat remember the proper argument to skip the PCI Express initialization, because I can't remember what was the argument. Yeah, we can assemble the board, the card back to test it in the slot itself. Mr. MDK, let me check if it actually has a help argument. I'm not sure it had. Oh, we can check. Oh, it actually has. Okay, cool. But we want to not help txt. Get a file which I can scroll through. Yeah, thanks for that comment. It's good they actually have help. So let's see, because somewhere I have documentation for mods for older version, but I think that argument should be there. Anyway, let's maybe try to find specs. Specs verbose. Should be something else. Enable Gen 5. Whatever. Search. Perlink SPM. Perlink. No. Or substream. No. Skip with check. Maybe this one. Or disable Texani check. It could be it. Skip per test backs with check, but I thought it should be a little bit different. It should be shorter. From what I remember, it was shorter. Let me check other arguments. Maybe I could find it. Sanity per test back. Okay. Let's keep searching. Right check. Станцию приобрел Gibbon. TA305 на картридже 245, если стрелочки жаль, раньше на картридже не перешел. Да, картриджи GBC-шные, это, конечно, круто. Но самое крутое, это когда у тебя оригиналы GBC-шные, потому что это день и ночь просто. Любые китайские картриджи просто сосут по полной, когда у тебя оригинал GBC-шный. Это без вариантов. Skip ARM state init. Nope, not PSY. It's a different argument. Skip ARM state init. It's an argument to skip resource manager initialization. It's just resource manager to initialize the board, not to skip back's check. So it's usually used when you plug in the board as a secondary one and you want to run MES, for example, on a secondary card. Then yeah, you should initialize the board with this argument to skip full initialization of all the resources like memory and everything. But PEX was a little bit different. Yep, it still works. Yeah, let's quickly check what else do we have. PEX, disable HP counter. No, I can't actually see anything relevant. Yeah, let's maybe try that argument. In the worst case scenario, we could just assemble the card back and put it to the test bench itself. PAX slot without riser, and it should be it. There you go. Better link. No. That's not it. Fatal errors. Maybe, by the way, ignore fatal errors. It could be the case. Maybe. No PAX ASPM. Maybe this one, actually. No PAX ASPM. Okay, let's try these two. We can ignore fatal errors. That's the argument which was usually used for older tests, almost always. Errors. Errors. Will it work? Will it work? No. No PAX ASPM, I think it was the other one. No PAX ASPM. Whatever, if it won't work, you just assemble the card back and that's it. No. Okay. I'll just assemble it back. I don't want to actually scroll through the entire file to just find some argument, because assembling it back is not a big deal. Let's quickly reassemble the, well, at least the main heatsink for the core itself. The only thing we need is a core. It will be enough. Калибровки 480 не сгорели. Да, я помню, когда я пытался прикрутить 210-е жало к инерции, ну, без правильной ручки, без правильной распиновки, у меня тоже после включения жало посинело, потому что 210-е на меньшем напряжении работает. Okay, so even without the thermal pads, without everything else, just some thermal paste on the heatsink itself, and that's it. I could even probably just run it without the heatsink right in the test bench, because it won't overheat to the level where it could be damaged. Because yeah, they have thermal throttling, thermal overheat protection of the core usually, and it won't get past the 100 degrees anyway. But yeah, just to be on the safe side, I prefer to put the heatsinks whenever it's possible. Just my preference, if you wish. Okay. Good. Let's screw it back, and that's it. Pretty weird thing, I cannot get it on the heatsink. What's wrong? Yeah, this bracket, like this. What is this bracket? Okay, maybe I'll try to do it like this. Yep, I/O shield. Okay, cool. Let's screw it back. Let's put it to the test bench. Let's run the test again. And hopefully we will see a green result. Good. Should be enough. У Gigabyte, кстати, неплохая вроде бы TC 0.22 или TC 22, как-то так. Вроде ее хвалят все. Okay, we are ready to run some tests. Some water. We have picture. Okay, let's go to straight to the folder with our test, mods, GPU test, test 94, that's info, again, DRAM CLK %100. What? Come on, percent. I'm really sure I was typing that part, but I can see it. What? DRAM CLK underscore %100. It works? Oof, finally. Okay, let's wait for a few minutes while it runs the test. Hopefully now it will be resolved and fixed. Да, кстати, для пинцета, опять-таки, эти два картриджа так я и не использую. Два здоровых. Неудобно, не знаю. Yeah, it should probably take a few minutes to for a full scan. And for that 30, where was it? Oh, yeah, here it is. Gigabyte 3080, I think it will be next, because I really hope that we are actually resolve the issue. It was pretty obvious. At least when one of your phases is not working correctly, you can get a lot of weird issues. But yeah, 3080 from Gigabyte, usually they have that. We should definitely check for C920 capacitor, which a lot of times is there, while it shouldn't. I'll mention it separately. I have a dedicated video on that that issue with Gigabyte boards. Where to get mods version you are using. Repo, if you know VLab, Russian discussion boards, discussion forum, vlab.su, it's a pretty big Russian forums. I took my image from there long ago. It's a pretty famous, pretty old image from some Chinese guy. It has a lot of everything together for AMD cards, for different versions of AMD cards, NVIDIA, with Windows, with everything. And yeah, I've modified it a little bit. I've added Gigabyte image as well. I've fixed Windows because initially it was broken. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it still should be somewhere there. There was a separate thread, sticky thread, pinned thread in the graphics card section with a lot of different images for mods, mats, for all the software. So yeah, I took it from there. I know that some people had these images in Discord before on Google Drives, but recently a lot of techs are removing all their resources from public access. I don't know, maybe it's related to some NVIDIA activity, because that software is not, open, so you shouldn't put it on some public resources. Они отличаются, если в пинцете не использую, просто в паяльник без проблем. Это обычные 210 картриджи в этом пинцете, то есть любые, какие 210 подходят, ты можешь спокойно использовать и в пинцете, и те, что были оригинальные с пинцетом шли, их можно использовать в обычной ручке. То есть это обычный 210 картридж. Okay, so I can't remember which was the power state when we got our error before, but yeah, let's just wait until it passes the entire process, completes the test. Hopefully we'll see a green pass result. Did you ever talk to Tony? Well, not by voice, but yeah, we had some conversations in Discord for some topics, so yeah, we know more or less each other. Yeah, Tony is a great guy. He's originally Russian, by the way. So yeah, these two cartridges I was showing to the guy on the stream. Let me just mention them again. Like these two cartridges for hot tweezers. I thought they could be useful for putting some small logic chips on the board, like 6 legs. These typical, you know. Let me show you some toner board. I think we even tried to use these cartridges. So yeah, for example, all of these 6-leg cartridges, I was hoping that these cartridge 6-leg chips, I mean, these cartridges to take off and put back these logic chips, but you see, these cartridges are too big, too huge for these 6-leg thingies, especially if there is not much space around the chip. If it's some tight space on the board, it's just not as convenient to get there with these big and bulky things. Probably for chokes, they might be useful, but still, for chokes, I usually use 245. So with these IS or J-shaped cartridges, it's pretty convenient to work with these 6-legged chips. They work pretty well, especially if they have that straight, you know, flat part, because sometimes they are curved, that kind of round shape, and that's not that convenient to work with 6-leg chips. But with these two, Magma, yeah, I find it pretty comfortable. But yeah, these two, I never use them, actually. They are just waiting for some occasion, I don't know, but no. Okay, so we are still there. We are still there. For now, looks good. Hopefully it will complete fully. Then we could reboot to Windows and check if we get that same green screen as we've seen before. Hopefully we won't. I was mod on his server for a while. Was? So you are not mod there anymore? Was it your decision to go off moderation? I'll try to look at VLab. Yeah. Feel free to ask repo. Maybe I could even find that thread and give you a direct link to the thread, but I'm not sure. I cannot scroll all the pages because there was a lot of pages in the thread with a lot of different images. So yeah, you just have to scroll a little bit to find them. Yeah, probably gonna need some mods on my Discord server as well. Let's see. So far so good. I'm really happy. I really hope that it was the only issue. I believe we've checked the entire board, and other than that place with 2 components, everything else was pretty much okay. No other knocked components, no other damage, some traces of liquid damage, but yeah, just some crystallized residues or something like that, and that's it. I canceled my Discord account over a year ago. Oof, I'm done with social media, only watching YouTube sometimes. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, sometimes it's a really good refresh, you know, to drop all social medias. I've heard from a lot of people, from my, let's say, people I know. Yeah, some of them just decided to leave all the social medias because doom scrolling, you know, is a thing. It eats a lot of your time. So yeah, I feel you. I can understand. Trying to register this form. I think registration was pretty straightforward there. I know that some forms require, you know, some electric quizzes, electronics, how well you know all the basic stuff to understand that you're actually a relevant person to that community. But I think that VLab didn't did anything like that. Just a plain registration. But I'm not sure. Trying to translate to English. Oh, Google Chrome used the translation feature. That's it. Well, we have a pass. Let's reboot to Windows. I really hope it won't be an issue for the board to work on Windows. It shouldn't overheat actually, even without thermal pads. I used to have it at school, but just for 1 year. Barely remember the keynote. Well, you had it at school actually, Russian. Interesting. Where are you from, by the way? Spending more times in the outdoors. Yeah, that's completely true. You should spend your time outside with family, with the ones you love. That's good. Let's run GPU Z. I think that after a few seconds, when the driver was installed, we already got that green screen. Right now looks good. I could try running FurMark for a few seconds. I don't want to overload the VRM without heatsink. Let's run it for a few seconds. Let's make sure that yeah, it works. It's good. It seems we have a fix. It seems we have a fix. Okay, let's reassemble the board. Let's put the proper heats, thermal pads, thermal paste, not paste, of course. I'm gonna use the phase change material because for all the higher tier GPUs, phase change materials is probably the only thing you can use reliably without fear of overheating after a year, because yeah, most of the pastes won't even work for a year on that kind of GPU. Stanislav Nedogonov. Hey, what's up? I'm using Mafia 67 server. There is all mods and MTune images. I think that Dmitry does not has a server right now. I think that he moved his stuff to Scooby Pro. But I might be wrong. As far as I remember, a few years ago, Dmitry just decided to remove all his resources. So, yeah. Toronto Online. Good to see you. Toronto. Cool. People from all over the world. That's cool. But yeah, according to your name, feel free. Можно спрашивать по-русски, я всегда отвечу. Okay, let's clean the chip. Thermal paste is all over. Yeah, we should probably measure the thickness of thermal pads for memory. I'm almost sure it's 0.75, but yeah, we should double check. And we also should measure the thickness for this thermal thing on the back. Most probably I'm just gonna use putty here because this thing is destroyed. Yeah, I'm gonna use putty for the back plate. Edmonton, maybe here. Cool. Florida. Damn. Geography is amazing. I mean, geography for repair community is truly amazing. Like a lot of new faces, a lot of new people, a lot of new live streamers, repair techs popping in on YouTube. That's cool. That's really good. And James is one of those who help a lot of people to start to get to streaming, to get to content creation. That's amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna use dirty again. The paste is all over my hands. I'm gonna use a plasticine to measure the thickness for thermal pads for memory. A lot of stuff, a lot of remainings. All these pieces of thermal pads. I can't even call this thing a thermal pad because it just was destroyed. It almost feels like putty. Okay, let's put some plasticine on the memory. Let's assemble the board back. And then let's measure what the thickness is. Oh, come on, please stay on the chip. By the way, you could see that NVMT was showing us some kind of anomalies, but in the end, oh, we could actually try to run the NVMT again. I highly doubt that these anomalies were related to the power phase, but still, out of curiosity, we could run NVMT to see if they are still there. But yeah, for example, on my 3090 from my gaming computer, I also get some anomalies in NVMT without the reason, because it works perfectly fine for all kinds of load, no issues. So yeah, NVMT sometimes it's feels weird. Okay, let's reassemble everything. This for the core. Also, I used to have a repair shop back home in Zamość, Poland. Oh, repair shop, that's cool. But immigrated to Canada 10 years ago. Now trying to come back into repairs. Yeah, that's cool. More people in repair. We need it. New faces. I would like to visit Poland at some moment. I heard a lot of good things about Poland. I have a few friends in Poland, so yeah, I really want to visit. I want to drive by car there. I like to travel by car. I think it's the most convenient way because you have a full freedom to move everywhere at any point in time. You're not limited by any, transport or anything. That's cool. Значит, более года назад начал бизнес по ремонту. О, особенно видеокарт. Круто! Купил станцию. Много научился на видео. Спасибо, рад слышать, что мои видео кому-то помогают. Это круто. Параллельно ремонтирую материнку, пёсо, что нет посткарты. Да, я какое-то время на самом деле тоже материнки ремонтировал, но как-то я не кайфую ни с ремонта материнок, ни с ремонта ноутбуков, ни с ремонта блоков питания, поэтому я как-то это дело сфокусировался на видяхах. Ну, еще консоли игровые даже несут, PlayStation и всякие. Пятерки, четверки. Четверки уже мало, пятерки пока много. Yeah, pretty thin actually, pretty thin pads. But I believe they are 0.75 still. Let's see. Well, yeah, 0.66, basically 0.75. Squeezed a little bit, so even thinner, 0.53. So yeah, hopefully considering we're gonna use phase change material, which has some thickness, it will help to it should help with that. But anyway, let's first apply the thermal pads. After that, I'm gonna reassemble the board with thermal paste to check the footprint if we have a good contact between. Now I want to watch Red October. Red October. It was the movie with
Hello.
Schwarzenegger, right?
Welcome back.
Koshkin, hey, what's up? Good to see you. Yay. How are you? Is there an AMD memory test for 9000 series yet? Yep. I think that Memtune should work. I think I even had proper version, but yeah, I should check. So, guys, let's. I'm thinking about a lot of stuff at the same time, and I'm a little bit lost. Red October. I think I've seen that movie. Was it where Arnold says "Tovarish," with some weird accent, you know? Tovarish. I was going to grab a putty. Yeah. I was going to grab a putty. I was going to grab thermal pads. Damn, I'm totally lost. I don't know what's wrong with me. Come on. Anyway, let's find 0.75. Yep, 0.75 is here. Cool. Phase change. Yeah, I'm gonna use a new sheet because these pieces are not enough. Okay, okie dokie. Again, sometimes even when you use the factory size pads, like in this case 0.75, I'm almost sure, you can still get a bad contact between the crystal die and the heatsink, because, for example, the factory pads could have been soft, like with Gigabyte. They're really soft, and when you replace with the same thickness pads, but you know, stiffer ones, then you won't get a good contact. You will get high temperatures on the core. So with Gigabyte, I usually use putty on the memory because, yeah. And I don't even think they use 0.75. They have something like 0.65, or I don't know. Or they're just too soft. Okay, let's grab some pads. Sean Connery, Russian submarine movie. Yeah. I'm getting annihilated by 2 GPUs. It's really ruined my day. 3 days already. What's wrong with 2 GPUs which are ruining your day? Maybe you could share, maybe we could help you or give some advice. I think these sheets had enough. Oh, no, I think I had 8 pieces, but in this case we have 12 chips on one side. Well, anyway, let's cut them, and then I'm gonna a little bit small, but anyway, should work fine. Anyway, I just want to make sure that we have enough thickness. They won't be too thick, and the contact with the die will be good enough. I'm gonna check the footprint. You actually don't need to cover the entire memory chip, for example, with thermal pads. If you get a smaller, you know, piece of thermal pad, it's completely fine to use it because basically the core of the memory chip is in the center, in the middle. For example, on PlayStations, they use very small dots of thermal compound for memory. Okay, so 4 more pieces. Not a problem, not a big deal. Yep, should be enough. Now let me check the chat. I'm curious, what's wrong with your GPUs, Koshkin? Nice. AMD GPU bin. Well, sometimes it's fine. It's okay. One is no detect. I will leave it for later. Well, yeah, no detect sometimes can be pretty stubborn. The one I really wanted to fix has no packs. Oof. Use APW 8713A, resoldered a few of them. Finally I see 5 volts from internal LDO, but 0.8 packs itself. For a second, and disappears. Disabled for some reason, maybe some bad thermal alert or something like that, but yeah, hopefully you'll be able to sort it out. Yeah, and feel free to create some threads in my Discord. I'll be happy to try and help you. Okay, so I put thermal paste on the corners of the chip, of the crystal, of the core. Now I'm gonna assemble the board, then I'm gonna disassemble it back, and I want to check the footprint after that to understand if we have a good connection between the core and the heatsink. That's what I usually do when I don't know if the thermal pad thickness is good enough for this board. And yeah, here the thickness is, I'm not sure about it. I'm not even sure that they're using the correct thickness for this pad for chokes, because when I tighten all the screws, I see that the board gets kind of bent here, maybe because the thermal pad is too thick. Yeah, it's kind of bent. I'm afraid that this thermal pad on the chokes is actually too thick. I'm not happy about that thermal pad, but yeah, anyway, now I'm gonna disassemble the board. I want to check the footprint for these 4 dots in the corners, if they are well, yeah, these. Oh, okay. So let's see. Yeah, you can see the footprint. They actually, we see the thermal paste here on the heatsink, so they connect, but the pressure is not good enough. The pressure is not good enough. It's either these pads are too thick, or we need more time to let them, squeeze. What do you think, guys? Should we use thermal putty here instead of thermal pads, or we should give it a little bit of time to let these pads squeeze a little bit? Oh, damn, it's hot. I'm gonna open the window because it gets too hot here in my room. Oof, nice. Some fresh air. Protection trip or enable power good. Yeah, cascade failure. Yeah, something like that. Hopefully. It could be actually triggered by for example, the MOSFET itself. If you remember the 3080 board we had before from AliExpress or whatever, Gigabyte one, we had some thermal alert there from one of these MOSFETs, and I've just decided to replace all of them because, yeah, usually if it happens to one of them, it may happen with others after some time. For example, you replace one MOSFET, which does some fake alert, false alarm, and after a few weeks, another MOSFET does the same kind of thing. So yeah, usually I prefer to replace all of them if I see that they do some false alarm. Okay, let's put putty on the back side, on the back plate.
Ленька, хочешь кофе?
Кофе? Конечно хочу, малышка. С алкоголем? Да. Okay, so let's use some putty. I'm gonna use some thick piece because the thickness of this pad, I don't know, 3 millimeters it seems, right? I think it's 3 mils, yeah. Like this. Like this. Yeah, should be enough. Okay, let's put it back. I think it was screwed. What are the screws? Yeah, I hate when they use different size screws. You never know which one is the correct one. Hopefully, nope. Nope. Wrong size. This one maybe? Yep, it works. Damn. I hate these different size screws. Yes. It works. Okay, so what else? Oh, one more here. Probably that's the last one, right? And yeah, I wanted to check the thermal pad for these chokes. It looks to be a little bit too thick, up to my taste. Should I replace it? Because the board actually looks a little bit bent. It's bad. You need smaller pads for sure. Well, yeah, I can show you again. Like, I don't like that they are not squeezed enough, you see? Oh. Ah, what? Please work. Ah, damn. Better, let me swap the battery. My microscope camera just died because I'm still... Yep. I'm trying to figure out that adapter for this camera. Спасибо. Please work. What's wrong with you? Another dead battery. As I showed already shown at the beginning of the stream, I've made a custom kind of adapter for this camera, but it's not working yet. No, but what? No battery power, but failure, major failure, rookie streamer. Give me a second, I'll throw these batteries, charger, otherwise I won't be able to show you microscope anymore. Yes, okay. I'm gonna charge the battery, otherwise it's a major failure. Anyway, yeah, that's right. I don't like the footprint for now, so we should either use a thinner pads or use a putty for memory as well. Because right now, 0.75, probably too thick, as you can see by the footprint. It should be squeezed more, like, yeah, like this. A bit of coffee. Ooh, nice. Bax is 23 ohms. I don't think there is a short. Bax 23 ohms. Well, yeah, it's pretty much okay for Bax. Booty is evil. Well, it is, but yeah, sometimes, as I mentioned, for Gigabyte boards, for example, it's the only way, because they use some weird sizes. And in this case, I'm not sure, because the only size I have is either 0.5 or 0.75. 0.5 is definitely too thin. It won't even touch the memory. 0.75 looks like it's a little bit too thick. So I don't have like 0.6 or I don't know, 65, and I'm not even sure they exist. Like Gigabyte use some kind of their own thermal pads with unknown size. They're just too soft, so yeah. Putty is evil when it's too, liquid. For example, if you use layered memory, yeah, that's hell to clean, because it's too liquid. It's like a gel. But this, like a plasticine, it's pretty much okay. It won't get under the chips, so putty on sub refund and rage quit. Mike, come on! It's just a putty. And checking how it behaves without being connected to anything else. It's good. Have no iron cam. Yeah. Okay, so guys, what should we do? I don't feel comfortable using these 0.75 pads here. I'll be honest. I don't like the footprint for these. In this case, with these pads, I don't like the footprint. I'm not sure if they're gonna get squeezed more. Booty time, it seems. Booty time. Oh, let me show you something. Say hi. So, guys, what should we do? Probably we should use putty, because, yeah, as I mentioned, I don't feel comfortable. We could try, actually. We could try with some crying out thermal paste, not this silicone shit. We could try to assemble the board. Check the temperatures, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna heat some, I don't know, 90 degrees, because of the bad contact with the crystal die, with the core. But yeah, let's try. We should replace also this thermal pad for VRM area or MOSFETs. I'm pretty sure it's a 1 mil. Pretty common thickness for VRM. Yeah, 1 mil, just a little bit more. Yeah, 1 mil, exactly. Okay, I have 1 mil somewhere here laying around. 1 mil. Yep, 1 mil. Let's clean all the remainings. Damn. Yeah, with Q-tips it's not that convenient to clean the remainings of thermal pads. Whatever, it works more or less, so... Clean! Let's cut like this. Oh yeah, like this. Should be okay. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Ugh, too long. Okay, like this. Yes. Good. Cool, cool, cool. Gonna be good. Okay, let's put some crown out. Let's reassemble the board and let's see what the temperature will be. Yeah, as I mentioned, I expect to see some 90 degrees within a few seconds. But maybe, who knows, maybe it will be okay. A lot of paste. And that's just to check the board, because anyway, I'm gonna use the phase change material afterwards. I don't know a single thermal paste which can withstand 3090, for example, or any other similar level GPU, at least for long enough. Pump out effect is just insane for all the thermal pastes I tried before. Okay, gonna move this pad to the heatsink. Like this, okay. Okay, let's try. Let's try it out. Yeah, I won't even put this bracket on for now. I just want to make sure that everything works as expected. Probably I want to also replace this thermal pad for these MOSFETs, but yeah, first let's just try if it works. Oof, like this. Cool. Let's put back all the screws and let's run some stress tests. Sweet dog. Yeah, she's nice. She's very kind and playful. Doggo. Okay, I'm happy with that. I probably want to put the other screws as well, because we should have a good contact in VRM area for all the MOSFETs. Like this, right? Yep. Good. yeah, should be good. Okay, let's try in the test bench. Let's run some FurMark for a few minutes. I can see, yep, one is connected, another one is connected. Cool. Let's connect the HDMI and run some stress tests. Nice. Just get a $50 scope cam. No. I like my scope cam. I don't want to use any kind of scope cam. Actually, it's not easy to find a scope cam for 4K 60. I've seen that Nano has kind of review for a bunch of scope cams. Not all of them, even when they say that they are 4K 60, not all of them are actually 4K 60, so it's tricky. But yeah, anyway, I'm pretty happy with the camera I got on my scope, so yeah. Let's leave it as is. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, stop. FurMark. Yeah, I can already see actually hotspot and temperature in idle. It's too high. I expect when I run the FurMark it will hit the 90 degrees. Oh, it's actually okay. 3090, right? Yep, 3090. Pretty much okay, I'll be honest, unexpected. I was expecting a worse result considering the footprint we've seen when I did the corner test. But, well, yeah, 70 degrees, maybe not ideally, but still, it will get better over time when the pads get squeezed even more. I think we could use the phase change material, and that's it. It's rising, it's rising, it's rising. It's getting higher. 80 degrees, well, I don't know. 80 degrees, already on hotspot. With crying out. Crying out is pretty good paste, at least for that kind of test. Temperature-wise, when it's fresh, it's good. So 82 already. No, I'm not happy. Yeah, 3090 is run hot, but still, like with a fresh paste, it shouldn't get to 83 on hotspot and then 71 on medium temperature. Like with my Zodiac 3090, 77 probably is my usual hotspot after a big load. 85 here already, no, it's too hot. The thickness of these pads is not okay. Yep, the only issue was the knocked off resistor, 0 ohm resistor. Well, another capacitor was also knocked off, so two components were knocked off. One was completely lost, another one was knocked, but yeah, we have a fix, that's good. So 90 degrees almost, nope. This thickness is definitely not good. I'm gonna use putty because no other options. Like I do not have soft enough pads. I don't have any intermediate sizes like 0.65 or anything like that. 0.7. I'm not sure they even exist. Да, доченька, привет. Просто пришла посмотреть. Хорошо. So yeah, in this case yeah, it's hot. I can already feel it's really hot. Okay, let's use putty. It's not a big deal actually. Not a big deal. Putty works pretty fine. Pretty well. Diamopper man, by the way. Hey, Hi Forger, thanks for your stream. Just wanted to know if you are able to share the name of the ISO or boot media you used to get the different boot options and tools. As I already mentioned during the stream, yep, I'm using the image from one Chinese guy, a pretty old image. It's out there for a long time already. I took it originally from VLab discussion forums, Russian forums, vlab.su. There is a dedicated section for graphics cards, and yeah, there is a pinned thread with a lot of different images for memory testing, a lot of different software and a lot of different stuff. And yeah, I took my image from there. It had all the boot menus. The only issue with it, it had a broken Windows installation. I had to repair it, kind of fix it, because it wasn't working from the beginning. But yeah, it's not the rocket science to fix that Windows. And that's it. I added the only thing I changed, I added a Gigabyte image. That's it. Undervolted low. Yeah, undervolted, and customer will be happy. So yeah, you can see that the footprint for the heatsink, yeah, too thick of a layer. You can see here a lot of paste is still there. So definitely the thickness for these pads is too thick. Okay, we're gonna use putty. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Nothing wrong with putty actually. It works well. For example, Gigabyte on recent 50 series use some kind of thermal putty on their memory. Yeah, infamous thing with putty which just slides off the memory chips. It's too liquid, or I don't know what's wrong with their putty, but yeah, it's just. I should have used the tissue. It's much easier. Okay. Okay, it's clean. So I'll put away the pads. I'm gonna use putty. Let's take them off. I'll deal with them later. I'll find proper use for them. Oof, damn. One got destroyed. Whatever. Not a big deal. And yeah, we should update the stats, by the way. We have one more fix, right? Give me a overlays, statistics. So it should be fixed 22. Nice. What you will do? These cards won't last very long. Won't last for why? Why? They will. They're gonna last for years. Nope. Well, whatever. You mentioned that, and now you were talking about the ISO. Yeah, feel free. Like that VLab SU forums, pretty good forum for GPU repair techs. A lot of information, a lot of useful information there. So yeah, I spent a lot of time there. Damn it! In the old days. Back then, I was spending like 4 hours in these discussions. Come on. Wow. Okay. Now, about putty. When it comes to putty, I'm gonna use this Upsiren one because this, well, it's okay, but it's not as good as Upsiren for 3090 memory. I want to use something better than that pink thingy. It's good for all kinds of VRMs. For example, when I replaced PlayStation 5s, I use that pink thingy. It's cheap, but it's pretty much effective. But for memory, we should get something better. Found it. Just don't know if I can post a link in the comment section. I think that it's not possible because YouTube just cuts all the comments, all the links in comments. As far as I remember, I've tried it a few times and yeah. But feel free to post it in Discord repo. So in Discord, it's pretty much okay to post any links. Feel free, feel free. Yeah, the layer should be pretty thin. So I'm trying to guess what should be the size of these balls, putty balls. I think it's too much. Well, maybe okay. Yeah, by the way, guys, feel free to join the Discord because, as I promised before, soon I'm gonna post an announcement on a giveaway. The first one will be 3060 Ti, 6GB one, which we fixed on one of previous streams. It has an issue with connection between the core and the memory, and despite we've used the flywire, jumper wire between the core pad and the memory pad, yeah, it's still not enough for memory bandwidth to get a reliable connection. So I had to disable a channel, minus 2GB VRAM, but still it's working with 6GB. And it's actually a working core if you, for example, has a donor board with a dead core where you can transplant that core. Then maybe that's a good option for you. Discord command actually should work. Weird. I think it should work. Let me check. I was checking the settings for my streamer bot today, and I've seen I have a Discord command. Discord, yes, it should work. Interesting. Test here. Do you see the Discord link, guys? Because I don't. That's weird. Okay, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check the comment later because I have it in my streamer bot. I have this comment, but it seems it's not working for some reason. Well, shit happens. Shit happens. I'm gonna just post a link manually. Give me a second. Yep, here is the link. Yep. I don't know what's wrong with the comment because it is there and other comments are working fine, but this one is, I don't know. Gonna check it later. Anyway, let's finish with this board finally and move to the next one. Too much, too much, too much, too much. Maybe, maybe not. It also, what? Invalid or expired? What's wrong? What's wrong with these nanotechnologies? Give me a second, sorry guys. Why? I was pretty sure everything was working correctly. Rookie streamer, as usual. I was able to join Forder's Discord a moment ago. More things, right? Just directly into Discord works. Yeah, give me a second. I'll double check the link which I just posted in chat. I'm pretty sure it was working. Invite code. What? I cannot see the codes. Invite codes. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, guys. I'll double check after the stream, but I think that I have the Discord link in the description below under the stream. So please double check it. It was working. I'm pretty sure it was working. Invites. Oh no, I see that the link is working. I just tried to use the link I posted in chat, and it's working. Cool. Yeah, I see the link in chat. Thank you, Repo. Yep. By the way, whose this Google Drive is it? I'm curious. But whatever. If it works, it works. So we're almost done. 2 chips left. My hands are all covered with the putty. Too much again. Should be fine. Yep, should be fine. Come on, don't stick to my fingers. Nice. And the last one, finally. Oof. I got tired actually of putting this putty. Yep, nice, cool. I'm happy with that. Let me clean my fingers. And wet wipe. Wet wipe, please. Nice. Okay, now let's throw the phase change material on the core, and it's done. And we are finished with this one. Oh, nope, not yet. I've just remembered I wanted to also replace the thermal pad for these MOSFETs because it's basically is shit. Okay, so let's clean the existing pad for VRM for the other section. Okay, this goes to the bin directly. 1 mil. Oh, I actually have one piece for this single MOSFET. That's cool. Google and Yandex links. Cool. Thank you, Repo. Well, I can rotate the boards to get there easier. Hotspot is not 95. No, please, no. Why? Mike, no. It shouldn't be the case. Especially with phase change. Ah, damn. What kind of thermal pad is it? I cannot even clean it reliably. Pieces all over the place, damn. These leftovers. Well, more or less. Okay, nice. So I have one small piece to put on this single MOSFET here. Nice. Stay there, please. Stop it. Okay, now I'm gonna cut a piece for these MOSFETs. Should be enough. too much. I'm gonna cut off this part. I'll leave it here and I'll take this part. Yep, should be enough. Would be enough for these. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Let me rotate them. Yep, like this. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's reassemble. Oh yeah, of course we should put the phase change material. I use the Upsiron one, and yeah, it's this thing is nuts. I really like their phase change material. It works really well. The same level as famous Honeywell. Okay. Good. Let's peel off the film. Nice. Let's carefully put it on the core. Oh, a little bit of space left on the sides, but that's okay. It will be squeezed anyway. Like this. Yep, perfect. So you can see that still charging, right? Give me a second. I'll check if the battery is good to see some picture from the microscope. Microscope. Is work. Is work. Yay, it's working. So, yeah, as you can see, we have a little bit of space on the sides, like 1.5 mil probably, here and here, but it's completely fine because it will be squeezed anyway. It will fill the gaps. That's it. That's it. Okay, let's assemble the board, assemble the card, and check the temperatures. I really hope that the hotspot will be somewhere like 70-ish. What do you think, guys? What are your stakes? Let me check if I have all the screws. Yeah, I think that we have all the screws here. One screw. Oh, yeah, I know. We should also... Damn, I forgot about this thingy, that bracket. I don't know what it is, and why it's necessary, but yeah, we still have it. 2 screws from the top. Yep, like this. Is this the correct one? Let me check. Yep, should be it. Nice. Or not. Nope. Seems to be the wrong one. I don't know. Maybe this one? Something is wrong. Could it be because of Loctite? The remainings of Loctite on the screws themselves? Let me grab another one, but they look the same. I don't know. Probably because of Loctite, yeah. I cannot get them in. Anyway, Let's try again. Yeah, looks good. That's the correct one. Okay, another one here. Nope, just a little bit. More brute force. Oh. I don't know, whatever. Okay, let's connect the fans and it should work. 2.5 hours already, damn it. Time passes by. Okay, everything is connected, everything is good. Let's reassemble the thing and let's move on. Like this. Yep, perfect. Okay, plastic washer, shouldn't forget it. Nice. What do you think, guys? What are your stakes? What will be the hotspot? 3090. I expect this cooling system to be pretty effective. It looks at least impressive, I don't know, but what do you think? 79 from Mike. Okay. Any other stakes? This one or this one? I don't know, whatever. 77 from Psyhinge. Okay. Well, my stake is let's say 75 from me, okay? But don't forget, please, that phase change material, it takes a little bit of time to spread. Like it takes a lot of heat cycles to actually spread. I think that Honeywell mentioned 500 heat cycles to fully, spread all the material reliably. But in our case, we just gonna have a few cycles. But still, I think that's somewhere near 75. Let's see. I'm gonna connect the power cables like this, because I can see at least the port, the connector. Damn. Please go in already. Oh. Like this. Yay. Okay, connected. Now, test bench. Yep, it's in. HDMI, it's in. Okay, let's turn it on. Let's run some tests for Mark. Whatever. Good, I will be 76, Grindig. Hey. Let me clean the bench because I hate when... What? What was that? I was too slow with selecting the windows. Probably I was. Windows? Yay, cool, it works. Yep, workbench is clean. Oh, where should I put the... so this was 1 mil. These were 0.75. I'm gonna put them back because, well, they are okay. They are new and fresh. Maybe I could reuse them. Maybe not, I don't know. Whatever. They are squeezed already a little bit, but some of them are pretty much okay. So let's run some tests. Let's run full mark for a few minutes. Okay, let's see. Before it hit 85, 87 degrees after a minute, I think. Let's see how it goes now. No winner for now. 66, 65. Well, of course it will rise. It will go up. It will go up over time. It's almost 70 already. We could actually already take the 3080. Where was it? Oh yeah, here it is. And start disassembling it, little by little. Let's leave it for now. I'll leave it working. After a few minutes, we're gonna check the temperature there. 73 already. Damn, it seems I've lost. I expect it to be higher than 75. Yeah, 74 already. So my mistake. Yeah, 75 already. 75 already. 76. I lost already. Whatever. Should we disassemble this thing? Because as far as I know, I was told that there is no picture after it was cleaned with compressed air. Yeah, probably let's wait just for a few minutes, and I'm gonna throw it to the test bench. I want to see what we gonna see. 76, 77 already, 78. Mike, it seems you're the winner today. I expect it to hit 79 soon. From what we see. Come on, 79. Yeah, Mike, you're the winner. Lower fan spin with 10K RPM. Probably it will hit 81-ish somewhere and will stay there, because phase change material will slowly spread. Will get thinner, layer will get thinner over time. So after a few cycles, it will stabilize somewhere near 77, I think. Yeah, somewhere like 80, 81 for hotspot. I think it will stay there. Yeah, pretty much okay for 3090. Good. Let's turn it off. I'll run more stress tests later. Like I'll leave it for a few hours, probably in full mark on superposition stress mode. But for now, we are good. We are done with this one. That's a successful repair. Let me run fixed. Mission passed. Nice. Come on, turn off already. Yeah, I wanted to throw this 3080 to the test bench to see what we actually have. I ran full mark for 5 minutes and I'm done. Well, everyone has their own preferences, but yeah, for me, I prefer to run it for, especially when the issue is kind of flaky. Like you've seen that we've seen some green artifacts, which are not related to thermals, but still I want to make sure that everything will be okay, especially with new pads, not the pads, but putty. You can see it was squeezed a little bit from under the heatsink. It means there is enough putty. I'm gonna monitor the temperature for the memory, of course, as well. But yeah, other than that, I consider it done. Good. Now let's jump to this one. Let's throw it to the test bench. Let's see what we have. I won't even measure the resistances and everything because I was told that they've tried it in the computer, so we won't gonna make it worse anyway. In our case, let's, oh damn it, I forgot to switch to the onboard graphics because we don't know if it works. I was told it's not working. Let's switch to onboard graphics. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Onboard graphics, okay. Turn off, please. Turn off already. Yep, turn on again. Let me connect the cables, power cables. Good. I should have used Riser probably, not the test bench itself, but whatever. Wrong input was selected on my HDMI switch before, so let me reboot. Yep, we have picture. Cool. Let's check if it's detected. I don't see anything on my monitor. What's wrong? Come on, please. Oh yeah, I do. LSPCI, is it detected? It seems it is. Okay, that's good already. Let's run some memory test to understand what could be wrong. Again, we don't run maths for 3080 and 3090 because we won't get anything. RM state init. The only way to check the memory for 3080 and 3090 is to run this mods command to see the result of memory trading, but in this case it's passed. So memory trading have passed. Okay, let's reboot. Let's see if we have picture. Funny thing. Whatever, if it works, that's good. I'm waiting for UPS delivery. New tools, oof! What are you waiting for? What kind of new tools? Please share. Something cool and shiny. Okay, let me switch the input. We have picture, okay. Okay, let's run, I don't know, let's run Windows. I was told that there is no picture after cleaning with compressed air, so I was expecting to see maybe some, I don't know, knocked components, maybe they tried to disassemble the board, but at least we have picture, so let's see. That's good and bad, because the information I was given, it seems is not correct. So I'll have to figure out for myself what could be wrong with this one. Let's turn off the camera, by the way, because otherwise I'll kill the battery. Let me put it back on the charger. I'm still in the process of making a fake battery. you can see I've removed the where are they? They were kind of here. Oh yeah, here they are. They use, what are they using for Panasonic? 18490 cells, 2 cells in this battery. So yeah, I removed the cells. I put the step-down converter to set 7.5 volts, which is pretty much enough for this camera to work. But yeah, I still have to finish all the wiring. I'm off to bed, running the stream later on. Thanks, Mr. Mick, for popping in. I was glad to see you. And good night to you and to Mr. Bronson. Okay, so at least it works. It gives us a picture. Let's check if we see all the correct information in GPU-Z. Yep, X16, all the lanes are working, everything looks good. Yeah, let's run a 4 mark, I don't know. Oh, whoa, 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 95 hotspot. Okay, maybe that was the issue, because, for example, if they did something wrong and they had that kind of hotspot, it could thermal throttle, it could shut down because of thermal throttling, and that could be the reason why they were not getting the picture. So yeah, probably we should disassemble the board to see what's on the core, what kind of thermal compound is there, but something is definitely wrong. 95 I've seen, I think, on the hotspot. Oh my gosh. Do you stream every day? And I'm definitely getting myself a Inno3D DWS 200 end of this month. I think the last couple of months. I don't stream every day. My usual schedule is Wednesday and sometimes Saturdays. But yeah, I was away this week. There was no stream on Wednesday. I've just came back from Estonia, where I was kind of vacationing, and yeah, I decided to have a stream today to compensate kinda the lack of Wednesday's stream. So yeah, I have a stream today, and I'll definitely have a stream tomorrow to deal with PlayStation, with 2 PlayStations potentially, PlayStations. But yeah, my usual schedule is Wednesdays. Inno3D DWS 200 is a pretty good station. I use the same soldering station. Can you see it? Can you see it? Well, you kinda can, yeah. The corner of my screen. Yeah, actually, I like their station. Pretty informative display. Big digits for temperature. That's the most important part, I think. But yeah, I like their quality. I really like their stand for the iron itself, for the handle. The stand is really, really cool. I really like their stand. It's really convenient to use. It's heavy, it's build quality is good. I was thinking about getting the original GBC station, and even if I will, I'm definitely gonna use the same stand with GBC station. I just gonna wire it to GBC station, because for GBC, the compact, at least the compact one, they have damn it, I hate Gigabyte connectors. Damn, they never go off easily. Because yeah, they have the head unit combined with the stand. You cannot have a separate stand for that GBC compact station. So I definitely gonna use this stand with GBC station if I'll be able to grab one. Come on. Oof. Finally. Yeah, these Gigabyte connectors are nuts. They're you either break them or use tweezers to disconnect. Ah, yes, nice. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, first of all, you can see that there is almost no paste. It's almost clean, shiny dye crystal. It's nothing on the heatsink as well, so everything, literally everything was pumped out. And you can see the amount of silicon on the memory chips. You see? Oh my god. Oof. On the heatsink as well. Just oil, pure oil. Oh god. Just finished working in garage. Holy moly, yeah. Oh damn. Yeah, I cut my finger today. You know, Psyhenge. I love cutting my fingers with these blades. So I did it again. It was bleeding, but right now it's okay. It's fine. So let me clean off this oil. Oh god. So Gigabyte thermal pads. I don't have any words to describe how bad are they, because yeah, they're leaking like always. You can see the amount of silicon oil. Insane. Oh my god. The good thing is, in this case, we do not have this bracket for memory chips, so the thickness of these pads is typical one. But again, they are very damn soft. So 2mm pads for the memory. We can just replace them easily. I think I want to replace all the pads here because damn, all of them are yeah. On the bracket, on the core bracket, oh my god. Oil is literally everywhere. I don't know, should I wash the board in ultrasonic? Because anyway, now what I want to see is what kind of PVN controller is used on this board, because if usually we will have the issue with C920 capacitor. The good thing is no dropped frames today. That's cool. I'm already happy about that. Damn. 4-port GBC station. I use 3 245 handles and one 120 handle. 115, right? I'm not sure there is 120 handle. 150. But yeah, 50mm blade, 3mm bevel. 1mm bevel. Yeah. Well, pretty typical actually tips. Bevel. I also like bevel tip. The one I got was a BC3. Yeah, 3mm bevel. Knife, big axe, let's say. Shovel. Yeah. Good choice. Ace, what's up? Just dropping for a like. Thank you, Ace. Are you planning to start soon? Will you stream on Saturday? I'll be glad to redirect to you. But yeah, right now let's see what's inside, what PWM controller is used here. Potentially we could have an issue with C920. I'm gonna check the temperature for the third MOSFET from the top. Most probably it will be overheating as usual on this board, and if we have the C920 we should remove it. Oh, probably it's not the 11 UP11 controller, it's UP12, right? Yeah, I'm gonna check under the microscope, but I see that we have the capacitor for other phases, so obviously we are good here. A couple of hours from starting yet. Okay, yeah, anyway, yeah, if I'll be able to catch your stream, then I'll be happy to redirect. Anyway, let's see what which PWM controller is used here. Oh, damn, again. Battery. Power on. Microscope, camera. Yay, cool, it's working. Good, let's see. So yeah, we see a C20 capacitor here, but we also can see the capacitors for other PWM phases, because 9512 PWM controller is used here. If it was 9511 PWM controller, then these caps would be missing, but C90 will be still in place, and it should be removed in case of 9511 PWM controller, because it shouldn't be there. That's a factory mistake from Gigabyte, by Gigabyte. That's a known issue. I have a dedicated video on that issue on my channel. But yeah, it's good to see that this card is not affected by that issue. The only thing we should do probably is to repaste it properly, because damn, it's crazy how bad it is right now. Yeah, the paste is completely dry, it's just a sand, just pieces of rock. Okay. And yeah, I'm gonna replace all the pads, because the pads are cooked. All the silicone oil is gone from these pads, so yeah, they won't be affected. Wait, what? Oh no, I was afraid I've seen a bulge on the substrate, but no, it's just a silicone oil, another drop of silicone oil. So yeah, I don't think we need to clean this thing in. Well, I don't know. Probably I should, because okay, let's check the temperature first. For the core, let's put some thermal paste, some proper thermal paste. Let's see if the temperatures are okay, if it works for stress tests, and if it does, if we won't have any issues with stress tests, if it works correctly, if it won't crash and experience any other kind of issues, then yeah, it's just cleaning in ultrasonic, and that's it. And repaste. Where is my Chronout paste? Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, let's clean the heatsink as far as we can. Damn, it's still covered with oil everywhere. Oh my god. Should I ultrasonic the heatsink as well? Because it's madness. I know, I don't want to assemble this board, because again, everything will be oily on the board. yeah, whatever. Let's check the temperatures, and then we should go from there. I'm gonna use the flux cleaner probably to clean off the silicone oil residues and thermal paste residues from the heatsink. From my experience, actually, IPA is not as good on cleaning the silicone oil from these pads, especially Gigabyte ones. Flux cleaner works better for these residues, for silicone oil. So yeah, at least the MG Chemicals one. Back plate. Yeah, this thing is dusty, but we'll clean it anyway. For now, I just want to assemble it back to check the temperatures. That's it. By the way, no thermal pads on the back side. Usually you should have the thermal pads 3 millimeters, if I'm not mistaken, under the core, under the memory. Yep, under the memory, and also here under this this area, because it seems they were aware of overheating transistor, and they just put thermal pad here in this area under the this phase. So kind of workaround from this side to not change the circuitry of the board, which was already finished at that moment. It was in production. They decided to just add some thermal pads on the back side, on the back plate. Funny solution, but well, it's not helping anyway. They still burn these MOSFETs. What's wrong? Anyway, let's add some thermal paste, some crying out. Let's run stress tests, and hopefully it will be. I'm not sure how should we categorize these. Well, it's not a fix basically, because the card is working. It has issues with temperatures. It's basically repaste. Maybe I should add another point to my statistics, like repaste, or I don't know, cleaning. Because that's not a repair. I do not consider it a repair. Depends on what the customer is willing to pay. Well, yeah, kind of. I'm actually thinking about getting flat rates already, because, yeah. Sometimes you have to fix actually the card to diagnose it. So it doesn't make sense to charge for diagnostics when you have to actually fix it to tell what's wrong. Okay, so let's connect all the coolers. Yeah, the thermal pad is damaged. Yeah, it will be replaced anyway. For now, let's just make sure that the temperature is good. Maintenance maybe. Yep, something like that. Maintenance. Yeah, it's not always like repaste. Sometimes you have to clean the board from, I don't know, silicone, whatever. So it's not only repaste. So maintenance makes sense. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Using fixed rates for over a year. No, based on market value. Yeah, of course, based on market value. It doesn't make sense to repair, 3060 for the same price as 5080, for example, 5090, even for the same kind of issue. just because, you know, just because how it works. Okay. Okay, let's try again. Let's see what the temperatures are. Let's boot Windows. Let's see. Let's run some stress tests. And again, GPU Z. Just because I always run GPU Z. I don't know actually why. I don't need any new information about the card right now. But okay, let's see. Yeah. Fixed. Fixed. $68. Yeah, some loading, maybe textures, whatever. But yeah, 69, 70 degrees on hotspot, 30, 80. Yeah, pretty much expected with thermal paste. So yeah, the plan is I gonna throw it to ultrasonic. I'll use cleaning solution first, then I use distilled water, and then probably IPA to just make sure that no leftovers, no anything. Then I leave it on the preheater for a few hours, 100 degrees, to make sure it's completely dry. That's it. And we'll reassemble. I'm gonna reassemble the boards. I'll use PCM, of course, phase change material. But yeah, that's probably outside of the stream because takes some time to just wash the board. 75, yeah, I expect to get to 78, 79 and stay somewhere there in that range. Okay, so we are hopefully done with it. I don't know, should I run maybe superposition just to make sure that in real load it works as expected? Let's take one run for superposition while I'm cleaning my workbench, but other than that, it seems we are good. Oh, okay. So yeah, for tomorrow, as I said, guys, I'm gonna have an additional stream tomorrow to deal with this PlayStation 5. I don't know how could it happen. Like, what should you do to break the fan actually inside the PlayStation itself? Yeah, I'm gonna straighten these frames. I'm gonna search for the fan. Maybe I have somewhere. Not sure. This is a Slim, right? Yeah, I'm gonna check if I had, or what's this, the Pro? Whatever. Yeah, we're gonna see tomorrow. Funny thing. I don't know. Should I bin? Yeah, it beat actually. Definitely it should be binned, but let's see. And yeah, another PlayStation 4. I think it was not powering on after cleaning. Well, whatever. We'll see tomorrow. Something was wrong with the PlayStation 4 as well. But yeah, let's wait for one run to finish. Superposition, and that's it. Probably gonna be wrapping it up for today. I'm pretty happy with what we got. 3090 was fixed, 2 knocked off components, one capacitor, one resistor, and yeah, 3080 with really bad situation with thermal interfaces, which should be washed in ultrasonic because it's covered with oil. I think that under all the BGA chips there is oil everywhere, silicon oil. So yeah, it should be cleaned off, definitely. Yeah, superposition basically pretty good test, especially in stress mode. It gives you different kinds of load, you know, not a flat load like for Mark. So yeah, for that kind of stress testing, especially for making sure that your phase change material spread across the chip, it's a pretty good thing. Yeah, I think that they only have stress mode in like paid version when you buy the license. But yeah, the test itself is cool. I think 20 euros was the license. I got it 5 years ago, and I'm pretty happy with how it works. Yeah, for now, looks good. I'm gonna get a new bottle of thermal putty because I'm running out. I use it for PlayStations, for memory, and for some Gigabyte boards, for example, like this, like that one, with weird thickness of thermal pads on the memory. Okay, yeah, it's working. It's good. So yeah, basically, I think we are done for today, guys, and yeah, I'm really happy we fixed these two. Tomorrow will be a fun day with some broken PlayStations. Thank you everyone for being here today. By the way, now in the end of the stream, I'm gonna be showing the list of my supporters to have my kind of appreciation. Thanks for all the supporters or all the subscribers, and yeah, thanks everyone for being here today. Thanks for keeping me company while I work. Yeah, feel free to jump whenever you work, whenever I stream. Ladybug Repairs. By the way, I should check. Do you have a channel, Ladybug Repairs, YouTube channel? Because a lot of new content makers repair techs nowadays. Not a lot of new faces, and I'm really glad to subscribe to all the new faces. So yeah. Thanks, folks, and yeah, let's see if someone is live. Is anyone live? Maybe you could have a redirect. Ace said that he will be streaming after a few hours, so he's not live. Let me check. Let me see who is live. Come on! Why am I lagging? Why am I lagging? Let's see. So who's live? Who's live? MDL is live. Nice. I think that PCD will be wrapping up soon because it's end of the day for him. But yeah, let's raid Michael Delima Reflex. And thanks again, everyone, and see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a stream for 2 PlayStation 5, not 5s, 1 PlayStation 5, 1 PlayStation 4. Let's see, will we be able to fix them? But yeah, for today, that's it. Thank you, and have a good day, have a good night. Oh, by the way, yeah, as I said, at the end of the stream, now I'm gonna say thank you for all my supporters. JFX, Babs, Pahenge, Good Dude, Koshkin, Sloth, Andris, Elierutrian, sorry, Elierutriatamayo. Thanks for your support, guys. Much appreciated. And yeah, see you tomorrow.